Morning everyone. Welcome to this session, or exam prep session on the MB-200 exam. I've spoken to a few of you, I've seen you, some of you already taken this exam. Anybody here taken any of the more recent Dynamics 365 exams? Okay, good. Anybody not taken an exam before? Well, okay, thanks, that's really good. So I'm going to give you information about the exam and help you get prepared for it. I'm also going to point you at resources, but effectively I'm going to be going through what it's actually looking for in the exam. Hopefully by the end of this you'll understand what's required from you, what information you need, what resources you have available to you, what you need to prepare for in terms of skills and experience. So I'm going to cover a brief overview of the exam. I'm going to effectively go through, spend most of the time going through the skills measured on the exam. For me, when I take an exam, I look at the exam page and I go look, Microsoft actually puts down what it's measuring. It tells you what it's going to ask you about. The trouble is sometimes you don't know how to interpret that, and I'm going to try and give you that interpretation today. So by the end of this, you should know what's in the scope of the exam. And this exam is quite a wide scope. That's one of the challenges we face in it, and that's what we'll challenge the next 45 minutes to go through the breadth of it. I'll point you at the exam topics. I'm also, a number of you who've never taken the exam before, I'm going to talk about how Microsoft has changed the exams and what they're actually looking for when you come to take them. We'll dive into a bit of that. And I'll talk about how the questions work. And then at the end, we've got some links for you for where to find resources. So let's dive in to the exam certification details. And I'm just going to show you this slide. I did a talk earlier this week on the business applications roadmap for exams. And we have a large number of certifications and large number of exams from the fundamentals. We have the Dynamics 365 fundamentals and a Power Platform fundamentals. Now that got released this week. And then we have the associate level certifications, both in customer engagement and the finance apps, or I should say model-driven apps and the finance apps. And we have 5 different associate certifications, all of which require this exam. This is the core exam for all the associate levels. So you need this no matter what you're doing, which certification pathway you're taking. And we also have the new Expert Solution Architect exam, the MB-600, the MB-700. They're coming out at the end of the year, and they require an associate level, so they require you to have this exam as well. So this is the key exam that you need for all certification for model-driven apps. Now, Microsoft has changed how it's written exams. It's gone from writing exams around the product and knowing about all the different options within the product. So if you took an exam a couple of years ago on Dynamics 365, you'd have had to remember all the different options and all the different things in different parts of the user interface and understand what all these are things you never looked at did. And what they've done, they've changed it more into role-based. So what they do is they look at what people do in their day-to-day jobs. And what they say, we need to have an exam that covers your day-to-day role. Now, the day-to-day role they've targeted for this is the functional consultant. Now, you might not be a functional consultant. You might be a business analyst or an applications consultant or another job title. But essentially, your role is taking user requirements and turn them into a working solution with no code. Right? So we have a separate developer for code. This is all about no code. So that's what it's about. It's about all those different things. So it's the job role of a consultant or somebody involved, business analysis, project work, whatever you want, turning these requirements into a working solution. But it doesn't just cover the build. It covers the bit at the front where you are gathering requirements, doing proof of concepts. And it also covers the bit at the end, the deployment side. And then the application lifecycle management, and how I handle updates and regression testing. Now, the challenge for some of you is you won't always be involved in the full application lifecycle. So there may be bits you'll need to go away and learn. You'll know some of these areas quite well, but other areas you might not have as much experience in. So hopefully that's what I'm going to show you. So these are the skills measured, and we have 6 areas. I'll run out of fingers. 6 areas we measure. And I'm going to be going through each of these areas. So we've got discover, replanning, and analysis. That's the bit up front. Entities and data. That's your classic building your entities, building your data model. We've got user interface. That's your forms, your views, your charts, and some other things. That's the building apps. We've got a little bit on security. Some of these areas are bigger than others. As we go through, you'll see that security, little bit on security. Integration doesn't mean integrating with other systems. It means integrating with Office 365 and SharePoint and OneDrive or OneNote. And so we'll go through that. So understanding what they mean. And finally, we've got the solutions, deployment, and testing. And notice it's the and testing. So we'll look at testing as well as solutions, which you're all hopefully aware of. So we'll look at unmanaged and managed solutions. And you need to understand all these different topics. In terms of the exam, it'll be between 40 and 60 questions. And you get, I think it's 150 minutes for the exam, so it's 2.5 hours. It's a lot of time. In fact, when you book it, you'll say 3 hours because you've got 30 minutes for the NDA and the feedback at the end. But you have, in the exam, 150 minutes for the questions. So it's lots of time. But although I say it's between 40 and 60 questions, they've changed the way the questions are. They're no longer just simple multiple choice. They have lots of different question types. This started if you did the Azure exams. We saw these coming in where you've got drag and drop, build list, hotspot questions, where you actually get a screenshot and you have to click in different places. You also get this thing called active screen questions, which actually you get multiple questions in one. You'll get like a question, then there'll be 3 or 4 different things you have to answer. So it actually feels more like 100 questions. But to be honest, the time is not a problem in this exam. But you will take, as those of you like me who used to take like 20 minutes and 30 minutes of the old exam, this is an hour and a half for me. So it's not something you can just rush in and out of. The other thing which we've got is case studies. So case studies are when you get case studies, you get a scenario with lots of information, such as what the technical background is, what the scenario is, what the business issues are. So you get a whole load of text and then a whole series of questions on them. And I'll talk about the secret to answering case study questions is not to read all the text and work out what the case study is about. Because you'll spend half an hour just trying to figure out what this is about. And then you'll get a question which you can easily answer just from one bit of information. So the way I answer case study questions, I look at each question, then go look at and find the bit in the text that's relevant to it. Because when they're all questions, you're getting a question from a pool of questions. You're getting a subset. So say with the case study, you will get between 4 and 6 questions out of a pool twice that size. So some of the information in the case study will not be relevant to the questions that you get. The other question type, which throws a lot of people who've not seen it before, is they give you a scenario, and then they give you a solution. And then they say, does this solution meet the requirement? Yes or no? And when you hit next, you can't go back. And then you get the same scenario, but with a different solution. Does this meet the solution, yes or no? And you can have up to 3 of those. Yes, no answers. And you can't go back, and it's really good because you do the first one, you hit next, and you realise you've got it wrong because you haven't read it properly. And you get those, and often they are at the beginning of the exam. So Microsoft like them because Microsoft believe that it really tests you. But depending, they don't always give you enough. For me, they don't always give you enough information. Like if you know too much, it's dangerous. If you're really experienced, you can get confused by the question. So I need to know this bit of information. So just try and understand what they're getting at. Yeah, so we do have case studies in the MB-200 now. They came reasonably recently. You get either 1 or 2 case studies. The other thing that's coming that isn't in this exam yet is performance-based testing, where you actually are given a live system. And you have to complete a number of tasks. I actually quite like these. I've done these in Azure exams, and it's really good because I know what I'm doing. I know where to click. You don't have to remember. And it's actually with this, it doesn't matter what you do. Well, it doesn't matter how you do it. It's the result that counts. They analyse the result. Now, at the moment, they haven't got this working because they're having a few technical difficulties. But it's coming. The aim is there to have this in all the associate level and expert level exams. This hasn't come yet. In terms of scoring, I get asked this question a lot. How do I score? Is each question worth the same? No, they're not. They're graded and weighted. And there's a whole load of psychometrician information about how you get the score. But essentially, you get a score between 0 and 1,000 and 700 as a passing score. But it depends on what questions you get. And some of these exams are out in beta. The MB-200 developer, PL900, they're out in beta. What happens in the beta period is Microsoft gets people to take the exams, and then they weight the questions based on the output they get from that. So if you do want to take a beta and contribute to making the exam better, please do. For me, a couple of important points. Always answer a question before you move on, because some of the times you can't go back. As I mentioned, there's yes, no's. Also, you don't get negative marks for getting the wrong answer. So for me, my gut feeling, my gut answer will always be more correct than I considered, oh, did I get that right or wrong? You end up confusing yourself. So go with your gut answer, mark it and move on. Don't spend time looking at a question, because the questions don't get harder as you go through. You can always come back. In terms of how the questions are structured, if you've not seen this before, they all start the same way. They'll all start with, you're a Dynamics 365 functional consultant working for Contoso Limited, implementing Dynamics 365 sales or implementing a model-driven app. And then a problem statement, such as the app must be available to a subset of users. I'm making this up as I go along. So maybe the app must be accessible to remote users. That might be the problem statement. Then you'll get a goal, which normally starts, you need to, or I must be able to. And then the question, what should you do? Which is normally, what should you do? Which is the actual question they're asking you to do. Often it's look at the goal, look at the question. They're all the questions are structured in this way, the 4 parts. Sometimes they miss a bit out if it's a very simple question. So just understand that the questions work. Okay. Right, let's dive into the exam objective. The objective domain or skills measured. And you see this if you go to the exam page. And what a lot of people do, they don't go to the exam page, they don't scroll down. And they don't see these skills measured. They're listed out in those bullet points. And we've got the 6 areas. But actually, if you scroll down on the new page, because all this exam study stuff is now under Microsoft Learn, they used to have it on the web page. It's now as a downloadable PDF. So click the link, and you'll get the full details behind each of these 6 areas. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dive into these, but I'm not going to go in the order they are there. I'm going to start off with entities and data. So entities and data, we're talking about building our data model. Okay? So these are the 3. If you go look at the objective domain, it says manage entities data, and it has these 3 things: modified existing data model, import and export data, and manage data. So let's look at each of those 3 in turn. So modified existing data model. So this is about creating entities. This is what the main bit of the job is. Creating entities, creating relationships, creating new fields, modifying fields. Creating our data model. So for this, you'll need to understand the different entity types, the different types of relationship, one-to-many, many-to-one, many-to-many connections, and understand what's there, and the different field types. So you don't need to know exceptional detail, but you also need to know how to do it as well. And I'm going to give you a big tip here, is how you do it in the new user interface, not in the old way we used to do it in the CRM. We now do it in the Power Apps Maker portal. We do everything in there. This exam is all around the new portals. The Maker portal, the Admin Center, Power Platform Admin Center. So we'll look at that and I'll do a little demo in a minute. So in terms of entities, what I'm doing as I go through is I'm just going to pick a few of these out, just to give you a sort of hint as to what we're looking at. So we look at entities, the different entity types. You've got standard entities, your normal entities. I've got activity entities. And virtual entities, they're still there. People think they're being deprecated, but they're still there. What is a virtual entity? How do you configure it? Then understand the entity ownership between owner/team versus organizational. And then keys. What's the key? Remember, every entity in Dynamics 365 Common Data Service has a primary key, which is a GUID. We also have the primary field, the name field. And that's what's used to display it within the user interface. But we can also create alternate keys for integrations. And for me, one thing I would come back to is about being hands-on and doing things. You need to have done things. You need to have created an entity. Most people will create an entity, or a field, and a relationship. But you might have created an alternate key. Go practice it. Go see what it involves. What fields can you include an alternate key? And then for every entity, we have properties, such as quick create and auditing. How do you enable those? And with that, I'm going to go into my first demo. All right, and I'm in the Power Apps Maker Portal. I'm in a solution. And I've got an empty solution here where I've got account in here, and I'm just going to create a new entity. Who here's not seen this user interface before? Right, you've all seen it? Good. So I'm going to create a new entity. And the first thing to notice is it works slightly differently to the old way of doing it within CRM. I'm going to create an entity called job, and I can't type. I'm just going to show you a few things. So I'm going to scroll down, more settings, and this is where we set the entity type and ownership, standard entity, or is it activity entity, user or team, collaboration areas, and I want to create an update setting. I want to enable quick create forms, enable change tracking. So I can go create my entity like that. Now at the moment, not every option is there, like auditing isn't there. I have to go switch to the classic form and go do that. And it's provisioning my entity. It's building it for me. Hopefully it'll be done in a few seconds. And I'm going to go create a field, and I'm going to go and create a relationship. There we've got our fields. So I want to create a field, just add a new field. So I'm going to say scheduled. And we've got the data types here. And in the old way, we used to go select our data type, then the format. Now it's all sort of mixed up together. So I'm going to choose the date and time, or date only, no, date and time. Okay. Create the field. And I just go create my fields. I have to hit save entity. And I'm adding new things. And to create relationships, click up here and wait for it. Add a new relationship, and here I can create my different relationships. And this bit of interface has changed a bit over the time, so I'm going to do a many-to-one up to account. So I selected the related entity account and create that relationship. If I want to create an alternate key, I just go to the Keys tab on there and just create the key there. So I'm going to add a key, call it job key. And I then get a selection of the fields. I notice I don't get all the fields, I get a subset of the fields. It's typically text and date fields in there. So I can use my scheduled. So I could have a combination. I could the name and scheduled is my unique key. It's not a great example, but that's how I create an alternate key. So that's how I do my data model. So go through and practice that. Most of you should be aware of that. Right, in terms of data import and export, the second part of this area in the objective domain, we've got a number of different methods. We've got the old import data wizard, the old one we've had for years in model-driven apps. So understand how the import data wizard, we have data maps with it, the types of file that we can import, the limitations on them. And how we can also use the export to Excel. There's a thing we can create data templates. Anybody use data templates? Export and downloads an Excel template with effectively the columns have like option set drop downs, and it understands the data types. It makes data importing easier if you've got people manually migrating. And you can use the import wizard to import those. We also now have within the Power Apps Maker Portal, within Solutions, you see I've got the screenshot there, get data. If you've not used that before, that launches Power Query, and I can go get data from lots of different data sources and import it into my entities. So it's all the different ways I can get my data in with the tools provided by Microsoft. In terms of managing data, this is really about duplicate detection, bulk deletion jobs, if you actually break it down what it is, because we have to manage our data store. We have to clean up our data. We have to make sure data growth is managed. And the best way we've got of doing that is set up scheduled duplicate deletion, set up scheduled bulk deletion jobs. But it also includes things like using merge to merge records and using Excel Online to tidy up data. All the different ways we can do that. Excel Online is really powerful. We've just gone live with the project. They've been tidying up their mess of a data in field service just by going through, opening up Excel Online, looking at the data, tidying it all up and adding in missing fields. Right. The second area within the objective domain is managing, so I'm going to cover is managing the user experience design. So it's got 3 areas. Create and configure apps. Oh, I know what that is. No, you don't. I'm going to cover that. Then create and configure templates. These are the Word and Excel and email templates. And I'm going to go through a little bit on that, what they mean. And then processes. So first of all, create and configure apps. Long list of things here. Now, most of you will be aware of configuring dashboards, doing charts, forms, views, reports. Yeah, that's straightforward. But notice there's a couple at the top and a couple at the bottom. What do those mean? What does configure settings to meet minimal capabilities mean? So I'm going to pick a few of these and just dive into them. So in terms of forms, you know there are multiple form types. The main form, the quick view form, the quick create form, and the card form. Who here's ever used a card form? Ooh, okay. The rest of you need to. Okay. Also, it talks about performance. You'll see this a lot in this exam. It talks about, when you get questions, it'll be about troubleshooting performance. The question might be, users experience performance when form loading slowly. What should I do? So think about what do you do for performance. You don't have fields on the form you don't need. You don't have lots of subgrids and tabs and lots of other information. You minimize the form down. Or you have multiple forms with different sets of users. You don't have lots of JavaScript or business, or they all slow it down. And why is quick create grayed out there? Anyone know why quick create is grayed out? It's because I haven't enabled this entity for quick create. I did it on the entity I just created. In the new interface, it's grayed out, unless you've enabled that entity for quick create. In the old interface, you could just create it. Quick create form without enabling quick create. New one does this way. So the card form is used in interactive dashboards. So if you haven't played with interactive dashboards, I would do. I quite like them, even from outside of customer service. Microsoft said they're full customer service, but I think there are lots of users. So think about performance, use of fields, business rules, etc. for performance. Mobile settings, and my slides have got out of sequence here. Okay, so actually no, they aren't out of sequence, that was deliberate. The mobile app, the Dynamics 365 mobile app, only now works with model-driven apps. It doesn't work with the old classic web apps. That's number one. So mobile is an important part of the Dynamics 365 story, and they're going to ask you a lot about this. So you need to know what's required for users to use the mobile app, use their system in a mobile app. And the first one is, yeah, it needs to be a model-driven app. Then they need the security role. They need that privilege in their security role. They need the controls to be enabled, because each control, each tab, each field, each section can be enabled for mobile, on or off. Or enabled for phone, actually, isn't it? And that one. Yeah. So you've also got this difference between tablet and phone. Sometimes the settings are for mobile, which means tablet and phone. Sometimes they're for phone, and sometimes they're for tablet. Such as, I think, web resources they're controlled, you say, display on tablet. And dashboards are the same. They have the enable for mobile toggle. I think by default, dashboards are off for mobile. So you go create a dashboard, and it's not there. Why isn't it? Because I haven't gone in and enabled it for mobile. I haven't gone into dashboard properties and checked that box. Right, the one that always confused me at the first was, what does configure out of the box and custom items mean to meet minimal requirements? And essentially it's about reusing what's there out of the box without creating anything new. So maybe just tweaking the existing forms and views a little bit, just to remove them or add new fields. Removing privileges so they don't appear in the user interface. If you're not, say in sales, if you're not using quotes, orders, and invoice, remove security from them. It's changing the relationship behaviors, the one-to-many relationship behaviors, so you don't get the cascade behaviors that you might not want. And then deactivating things, deactivating views, deactivating charts, deactivating dashboards, so you minimize the user interface. That's what it's really about. It means just doing something quickly to close down, to get something small that people are not used to. So deactivating business process flows as well. A topic a lot of you won't have come across is internationalization. We're having a system which works across multiple currencies. Well, you may have got that, but not many of you do multiple languages. And we have to understand, we have some ability for this. So, my slide's gone out of sync. So currencies, we have this concept when you set up your instance, you define the base currency, and then you add other currencies, and you set the exchange rate. Do all of you know how the base value is recalculated and when? Have a play. Have a play. Look at the things like the decimal precision, the pricing precision on currency fields. Understand that. So you define a base currency and a base language when you set your instance up. Then you add extra currencies. You also then go and enable extra languages. And once you enable a language, a user can change which language they use in their personal options. But what about my fields I've customized? How do I handle that? Because they're just going to get shown in the base language. Dynamics out of the box, when you saw the language packs, has all the translations for all the standard entities, messages, field names, option sets. If you create your own custom entity or custom fields, you've got to do the translation for that. And we have a method for this, and it's actually how Microsoft does its own internal translations on its own products. You export all the strings. So you go into a solution, we go and export the translations. It goes out to a file and gets sent off to a translator. They translate it, we then import it back in. My wife's a translator, she gets files like this. And I'm just going to give you a little demo if you've not seen it before. So this is the Power Platform Admin Center, and this is where we now look and do languages. Notice they're here in the settings. So they're not. So everything is moving into this Admin Center, not the old classic interface. So here's where I do my language. You also see I've got currencies here. But when I want to look at my, so I'm just going back to my solution. We'll see I've got. We refresh it. Oh, there's my job entity. If I want to handle this, I click on the three dots here, go to translations, and I export the translations. And it's going to download me a zip file. That zip file is going to contain an XML file, which I can open up in Excel, edit it, then put it back in the zip file, and then import it back in. Okay, I love it when Dynamics is quick. We've all been here, haven't we? We've set up customers waiting. Oh, it's done. So it's downloaded into my downloads folder. And I'm just going to open up the zip file, and I'm going to copy the translations file out. So just dump it in there. And now I'm just going to open it in Excel. And what you see, it'll have two tabs. The first tab is just a little heading tab. But then I've got another tab. I've actually got display strings and localized labels. It's the localized labels I want to look at. It showed me my base language is 1033, which is English. My localized labels, here you'll see I've got all my fields. And I've actually got 4 languages enabled on here. I've got Polish, Finnish, Italian. I'll sort of pick a few. And you see here, the account's got all the translations in. I've got firm and different names for the different objects. But notice here, it hasn't got for my solution name. If I scroll down and I go down to job eventually, so there's lots and lots of labels. Oh, keep going. Ribbon. Okay, here's job. So here I've got the entity name. Can you see that? Oops, no, it's not on. And all I'm going to do is put in the Italian. So jobs is lavori, and I'll say, and job is lavora. I hope there's no Italians here and I spelled that correctly. So all I do is just, you send it off to somebody, they just enter this. They don't need to know the context. You don't do it in the system. That's the key point. We're doing it outside the system. I'll save that in and then just put that file back into my zip file. And then I can just go and import it back in. And that's the process. And when you get into the exam, you'll get asked a number of questions like drag, drop, or what we call build list, where you have to put things into order of what you've done. And I'm just going through, this one isn't in the exam, but there are other similar things where you do things where you have to know what the order you do things in. So this we export it, we edit it, we import it. So you don't need to, they don't ask you the exact options, well, don't always, but it's about that process that you go through. So you need to have done this. So I advise you to go practice some of these things just to get you familiar with the exam itself. Templates. Who here's used Word and Excel templates? I love them. Okay, so I'm just going to go through them. It's a way of getting data out of the system. So it's a way of exporting data, producing nicely formatted output. So we have 3 different types of template: email, Word, and Excel. So I've done this little diagram here, which I think is really nice, just to summarize the differences between the different types. So email, for instance, you can create an email template. These have been around since early days of dynamic CRM. You can include them in solutions, but they are limited to just a certain few entities. I can't use them on custom entities unless there's a little hack you can, but for the purpose of this, you can't. Account, contact, opportunity, user records. I can only run them for a single record, so you have to process them. There's very limited formatting. They're ugly, but I can run them from workflow. And just as security, I can only say you've got access to templates or you haven't. There's no granny, so everybody gets the full list. And they are language aware, actually. Interesting, all of these are language aware. So if you've got multiple languages, you can restrict them. Word and Excel both are not solution aware, which means they're really hard to transport between environments. You have to recreate them unless there's a really good tool in the XRM toolbox to help you. But for the purpose of the exam, I don't think the XRM toolbox exists, even though we all use it. But we can use Excel and Word templates across all entities, custom and system. But they work slightly differently. Word templates, I can run for a record, but I can then pull in data from end-to-one, one-to-n, end-to-end relationships. When you build the Word template, you go select the relationships, the entities involved. And then you can then put them. So you can create a letter, a Word document with effectively a subgrid in it. And it's really powerful. You've got full formatting capabilities. And for security, both for Word and Excel, I can actually restrict a template to a specific security group. Excel's interesting. I tried to start Excel, you can do on a group of records, but only on a group of records. So I could do an Excel spreadsheet which just listed my jobs. So it's just a view. I can't then go have a look at the other records. I may be able to pull some data in if I've got a look at field, I can pull the name from the account, but I couldn't go pull the account type or the account address. So Excel templates are useful, but not as useful as Word. To understand those differences, and I like this little slide here just to say this keyboard point really distinguishes between them. Right, processes. These are business rules, business process flow, and workflow. Now, if you actually know in the been a bit confused. Is a business rule a process, or isn't it? For the purpose of the exam, it is. It comes under here. So it's about automation in a way. What do we consider? We're going to look at Microsoft Flow separately. It has its own area in the objective domain, which tells you something about the sort of questions. You're going to get questions on Flow as well. So in business rules, we have a visual designer. It's made up of conditions, actions. So it's if statements, if this, then do this. And you have a number of different actions, hide fields, show fields, you can do calculations. But what you need to understand is how you handle the scope. Where does it run? Does it run on the form, or does it run on multiple forms, or does it run on the entity? So if you don't know what I mean by scope, that is a topic you should revise. Go have a look. And then execute. When does it run? When does it actually run? It runs when the form loads, but also if I've got it on entity level, it runs when any record can change. It also executes when any field referenced by a business rule is changed on the form. Now, the only issue with business rules is they only work on fields. They don't work on sections or tabs. If you want to do that, you're into JavaScript. If you want to start messing around with tabs. And we can use business rules, and I use them quite a lot for validating. So I set the scope to entity, and I can validate the fields. But remember, what can business rules access? Can they access outside of its entity or not? What can it look at on a business rule? What fields can it look at? So I'll leave that one for you to investigate for yourselves. Right, third area on the objective domain is security. Now, this is quite short. It's only 5 to 10% of the exam. And essentially, it breaks down into two parts. The security in Office 365, where you create a user, you give them a license, and some users you can make administrators, the global admin or the Dynamics 365 administrator. And then we've got the security part within the model-driven apps, within CDS itself. So just make sure you understand the security model, all the different aspects, but you don't need to know this in depth. Okay, you just need to understand the different parts of what they do. So I've just listed them out there. But it's only 5 to 10% of the exam. You're not going to get many questions on security. But make sure you understand the difference, I would say, the key thing. What do you do in Office 365 versus what do you do in model-driven apps? Where do you assign? Integration, this catches most people out. This is configuring the app for Outlook, configuring email and server-side sync, configuring integrating with SharePoint, OneDrive. So if you haven't done this, a lot of you won't, because you won't have permissions necessary to do it. So what I say, spin up a trial of Office 365 and Dynamics 365 and go try it out. Go build this. And it also includes Flow. So this is a big area. Configuring the email integration, understand the process of setting up the mailboxes, the protocols. Understand also how you handle. It's all great if you're all online. If you Exchange online and Dynamics online, it's great. But you've got to sort hybrid environments out. So understand that. Or if we're not using Exchange, if we're using Gmail, how do I set that? So we have to create server profiles. So understand how we set up server-side sync. I think that's the basis of everything. Until you set server-side sync up, nothing else works. So everything else relies on it. Folder level tracking, the app for Outlook, they all rely on server-side sync. So getting that working is the first bit. Then this is understand the app for Outlook. So the app for Outlook is essentially an app that works everywhere. Where's Outlook? Whether it works on Windows, it works on Mac, it works in the browser, it works on my mobile phone under iOS because I've got Outlook for iOS installed. And it then allows me to go and set it up. So you need to understand the process for setting that up. So if you have not done that, go try it out. And you'll struggle the first time because you have to do steps in a certain order. You have to go and do things very, very carefully. So just understand the app for Outlook, what it requires. So you've got to approve the email address, you've got to test enable the mailbox. There's a privilege and a security role. There's all these things that could go wrong. And remember I said the exam is about troubleshooting. There's a lot of troubleshooting type questions. What do I need to do to fix this problem? How do I get it? So a user says, I've not got the app for Outlook. What do I need to do? What could possibly go wrong? Integrating with Office 365, well, it's just to say it's SharePoint, it's OneNote. And all of these rely on the the server-based integration, enabling the SharePoint integration. So once you've done that, there's a prerequisite for everything else, for OneNote, for Office groups, for OneDrive for Business. It's a prerequisite. And there's also some privileges, the SharePoint site record, the document location record. So you end up with security issues. Have they got access to those? So again, normally you don't spot it, but it can be another reason why things aren't going right. And I've got a little slide here, which is a really good summary of the differences between. You'll get asked, which should I use? Because I've got lots of different ways of sharing data, collaborating. And these are a number of the different things. I can use OneDrive for Business. When do I use that versus SharePoint? When do I use Office Groups? And Office Groups is about sharing with non-Dynamics users. OneDrive for Business allows you to share with individuals, where SharePoint tends to share with the whole company. And we've also got Teams now. Teams is the answer. Teams is the answer to everything. If you've been here this week, you'll have picked that up. And then we've got Yammer as well. How's Yammer used? What do I need for Yammer? And then Flow. I love Flow. How do we use Flow to go and create connections? This is really about using Flow with the Common Data Service connector, creating records, on-firing records, just the basic structure of Flow. It has connectors, we have triggers, we have actions. Hopefully you should all know about Flow and how that works. But the thing you may not be aware of is what happens when something goes wrong? Where do I go? Well, in flow.microsoft.com, we can look at the flows. We can look at what runs. We can see if there are failures. And we can rerun things. We can edit a flow and test using data we already have. If you've not done that, do it. Go and see what it involves. Troubleshooting why flows don't work. So that's all here. I've got a failure. I can just click on test the flow, and use data from a previous run and just rerun it without having to go and do something to cause it to rerun. So troubleshooting is a recurring theme. Right. Format analysis, planning and discovery. It's a long list of this, but to be honest, it's only a small percentage of the exam. And this is where we get a bit subjective. There's nothing really obvious in the exam. So I'm going to pick out 3 points from here. The first of which is designing your entity relationship diagram. Your data modeling is the key part of any model-driven app. So you need to do it. We don't have any tools though, do we? So what am I going to use? What do you use for doing data modeling? Pen and paper? Visio, yeah. Visio, pen and paper, it doesn't matter. Use a tool. Diagram it out before you start diving in. But remember, there's nothing in the tool. There is actually a metadata diagram tool which can actually generate an ERD from your system, but it's really messy. And it actually generates a Visio document. Remember, we've also got virtual entities as well. Consider those. In terms of collaboration with the customer, we all have to gather requirements and document them, but we have nothing in the system to do that. So use Excel or use Azure DevOps. I use Azure DevOps to record them, record your user stories. And then you're going to do a fit gap analysis. So fit gap says, how do I meet? And when you get a gap, how do I meet that? Well, the Microsoft answer to how do I deal with a gap is I do a proof of concept. So a proof of concept is just trying to figure out the gap. You'll do some customization to see if something works. And we typically say we do this in a separate environment. We try it out, we show it to the users, say, does that work? And then we throw it away when we're done. We don't take it forward. We want to rebuild it. It then goes back into the development lifecycle. So in the objective domain, it mentions doing a proof of concept. If I go back to here, on there, it says proof of concept in there, yeah. Select artifacts necessary for a proof of concept. It's there. So understand what they mean by that. So that's what Microsoft mean. We're separate environments where we test things out, we throw away when we're done. That's maybe not how you do it. This is Microsoft's perspective how it's done. Then finally, perform solution deployment and testing. Again, it's a big area, but we have, and the first thing is managing the environments. This is creating environments, copying environments, editing the environment settings. So if you've not done that, and a lot of you won't, go do it, because you now can have as many environments as you want. We used to be restricted. So why would I use multiple environments? Dev, test, staging, live. How do I move it? So how do I administer those environments? What operations do I do on them? So just if you haven't done a copy or a reset, try it out. This one's a bit odd. This is really about using AppSource and actually the difference using AppSource and the Dynamics 365 Admin Center. So we use the Dynamics 365 Admin Center for installing updates. If I want to go get something new, I go to AppSource. So just play around with that. And if you've ever seen updates appear, if you've got field service or marketing, you get monthly updates which appear in the Admin Center. And you have to go apply them. They're not applied for you automatically. There's a big long list here. But the main ones I've already covered: languages and currencies, audit. I'm just going to pick out one more: search. Relevant search is your friend. Learn how to enable it. Learn how to set it up. Uses Azure Search. So that's one I would look at. We're almost at the end now. Performance and testing. Understand we have this thing. Understand performance tuning, performance testing options. Now, all this is in docs. So go have a look at that. One thing I'm going to mention, a thing called Easy Rep Pro. If you've not looked at that for regression testing, do. Okay? And understand the different types of testing. And then you've got all the solutions part. Just understand the difference between managed solutions versus unmanaged solutions. That's really, really important. And finally, my tips and tricks. I've got 30 seconds left. Set up a trial. And I've got my link to my OneDrive where you can go download the trial setup instructions to make it easier. Get hands-on. Go and do as much as possible hands-on. Try things out. Use the new interface. Make sure you go through the objective domain and understand what's available to you. Okay. Also, a good link at the bottom there, Neil Parkhurst's website, neilparkhurst.com. He blogs on certifications. Okay, with that, that's all I've got to say. Any questions? Yeah. There is going to be a Measure Up practice exam released very soon. Very soon. I was hoping it was going to be here for here. It hasn't made it, but it's almost there. Measure Up has a practice test, yes, for MB-200. They also have one for MB-900, but it's not so great. And then we've got the other sessions, but we're done now. But you can go watch the recordings on those. There was one for the MB-900 that's worth doing. So thank you for that. I'll be around for a little bit longer. So please make sure you evaluate the session. Let us know what we can do better on. The slides will be up, I think, the slides will be up after this on that link, and the recording will be up within 48 hours. So you want to grab that. Okay. Thank you very much.